7:30, so you know what that means. Elton, what does that mean?
That means it's Cameo TV time, baby.
It's Cameo TV time, and so we have a lot going on today. We have two awesome guests. I'm excited because both of these people are attractive.
They are very attractive, and they're African American. Hello.
Black don't crack.
I'm telling you, it's beautiful all day long.
So tune in. We just want to shout out our sponsors, but first and foremost, be sure to log on every Friday at 7:30, rmconair.com. It's your boy, Jay, who's not here right now. He's in Atlanta. We miss you, Jay. Your girl, Angie, she's not here right now. She had an engagement. Hey, girl. And, of course, myself, T, Sings, and my boy, Elton, with your hot topics. But he's going to be my host today.
Yes, I am guest hosting tonight.
I know.
I'm excited about that.
I know. So tune in, rmconair.com. You can also give us a call. It's all on our Instagram. So Cameo TV, CAMEO TV _ Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. All right. Shout out to our sponsors, Pitbull, the energy drink with a great taste, right?
Great aftertaste.
No
aftertaste.
I know, it's really not an aftertaste. That's why I can never remember the slogan.
It's super delicious,
but it tastes delicious. Pomegranate, cherry lime.
I'm telling you, blueberry.
So Cameo TV, join us. Thank you, Pitbull. We'll be right back.
Wanting more, you can't describe it. I'll let you have your favorite flavor. Seductive taste that you can savor. Mesmerizing, not surprising. It's so addicted to you. Wanting more, you get to see me. Looking like it, just don't bite it. Wanting more, you get to describe it. Love me like me, text me, meet me. Wanting more, you get to see me. Looking like it, just don't bite it. Wanting more, you can't describe it. It's out of body. A lethal dose, can't tell nobody. Stereo underground bodies touch to make a sound. Love so rebound, so erotic all around. Love me like me, taste me, meet me. Wanting more, you get to see me. Looking like it, just don't bite it. Wanting more, you can't describe it. Love me like me, taste me, meet me. Wanting more, you get to see me. Looking like it, just don't bite it. Wanting more, you can't describe it.
right now.
You know what? I almost want to skip Hot Topics after that video. We're going to come back to that video. In case you wanted to know who you just saw, you saw O'Dane shock and awe. He's one of our guests today, so stay tuned. But we have to get into Hot Topics because we all know I don't have any life. I went on 2 dates this week, which totally put a damper on things. I wasn't able to get in tune with anything, so I'm so glad that you kept up today.
Well, I kept up, but did you kept up with some stuff too this week now?
I did. Only the Avengers. I wanted to talk about the Avengers because that's what I saw on my date.
Well, I always have to start the Hot Topics off with something that I think is absolutely phenomenal, and Beyonce is absolutely phenomenal.
I have to agree.
So, and this is something that you told me, which is crazy because I never ever miss a beat when it comes to Beyonce, but Beyonce has signed 3 girls to her Parkwood music label, which produced her last 2 albums, I believe, as well as a film or 2. And I'm super excited about it because these 2 little girls, the 2 little black girls anyway, not to say that I don't like the white girl, but the black girls, Chloe and Halle, are YouTube sensations, and they were also on Disney Channel. So I'm super, super excited. Every time I hear them, I'm like, yes, come on, give me your Beyonce, give me the best Beyonce.
You're the one who actually introduced me to them because you always make me watch their YouTube videos.
Yes, every time. I make you watch a lot of videos, though.
I know.
It's okay. I'm trying to keep you there.
I know, because I'm fading to black slowly but surely. We were just talking earlier about craziness. It's like the older you get, things they definitely morph.
Well, I'm 25, so I'm hoping that I can stay as current as possible.
Well, what else is going on besides Baddie B?
What else is going on? Shondaland is huge.
That's my girl.
I know you like Grey's Anatomy. That's why I was like, let me make sure I cover this. Okay,
I'm still
so
sad.
Shonda is still taking over our TV screens on Thursday nights. She is all of her shows are coming back for another renewal this year, and she is doing another show. It's called The Cast, I believe. Let me just double check. But it's another show that she's producing, so I'm super excited about that. Who does not love Shonda Rhimes in their homes at night while they're getting their Scandal? I mean, I just watched the last episode of Scandal. And Foxtail, I knew what Foxtail was going to be. Who in the room knew what Foxtail was going to be? Am I the only person that watched Scandal?
Foxtail?
Oh,
It was from Scandal. And I'm smiling a lot because I didn't get to see the episode last night.
Oh, but you know what? Guess who is going to direct, the next season of Grey's Anatomy?
Who?
Debbie Allen.
The whole season?
Yes.
What? It's supposed to be the last season. How are they going to let her direct? I'm not mad at you, Auntie Debbie.
She's supposed to be directing.
I love you, Auntie Debbie. But I'm just saying.
She directed the last episode of Empire, the season finale.
She's great. No, Debbie Allen's phenomenal. She's done so much in the African American community and as a female, period. So I have nothing against her. It's just, I like my gray directors. I've been watching this show for 10 years.
I don't watch Grey's Anatomy, though. Unfortunately, I'm not a great... I think everything that is inside of your body should stay inside of your body. I don't want to see it. I just don't want to see it. So
hilarious.
It's disgusting. Can we talk about Jamie Foxx?
Okay, I have an opinion about that, but I want to know what you're going to say. I have an opinion, but I want to know what you're going to say.
Okay, I'm not saying that it was horrible.
You talking about the Mayweather fight?
As you guys know, the Mayweather and Pacquiao fight went down on May 2nd at the MGM in Las Vegas, and Jamie Foxx did the national anthem, and it was... It was crazy. I love Jamie Foxx, I do, and I think he's always been a great singer, but he's an actor as well. I feel like when he puts out his music is good. But these last couple of
I'm not
songs and stuff, I'm just like, no, he came with the auto-tunes real hard. And I don't like to be starting no rumors, but who knows? I feel like something may be going on in a different type of area of
We
his life.
could have talked about the anthem.
So the national anthem was horrible.
I thought he did okay, though. I know he was off because he probably couldn't hear with
He didn't even have the feed in his ear.
But do you know, as a singer, nobody likes those things in there.
I am a singer. I know.
No, I'm saying as a singer, nobody likes those things in their ear.
When it's an organ that's playing your music in a stadium,
you should be able to hear it. When I'm at the baseball stadium, I can hear that stupid organ.
Yeah, but that's on a speaker. I mean, you could barely hear the music.
Leave Jamie alone.
I'm not messing with Jamie. All I'm saying is that Jamie Foxx, that was not your best performance, and we still love you. You know what I'm saying? Even though people think you're trying to compete with Kevin Hart.
No, can I say something about Jamie Foxx though? I recently watched an interview that he did on the Angie Martinez show, right? And he was given like some jewels. He was talking about how he really broke into the music industry because he had a goal and a desire to actually come to LA for music, but he couldn't. And then of course he had multiple talents, so he was putting out his energy and putting his eggs in multiple baskets. And so he mentioned that when he had started working for In Living Color, he thought like, I'm finally there, right? So I can start networking for music. And he mentioned that it didn't go over too well, so he started hosting parties at his house and having artists come. And so that's pretty much how he got into the industry, because he started networking, and everyone who came to his house, he recorded a song with them. And so eventually that led to him meeting Kanye, which led to the other endeavors. So I had a lot of respect for Jamie because he was given jewels about how it's just you have to think outside the box. He told about how he would go to clubs with the camera. He was filming people before it was even popular. And that's how he would get into the doors of a lot of things. And so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, but that national anthem was not cool.
I know, I'm just saying, it's like, as artists, we don't always have perfect days.
No, of course not, but this is something that I think, first of all, if I were doing something for my friend, because I feel like Jamie Foxx and Mayweather are obviously friends, and I feel like
if I was doing
something for my friend, I would definitely come prepared, and I think that he just felt like he was going to be able to do it because it was the national anthem, and then you adding Hallelujah and doing all this other stuff. I just thought it was kind of horrible. But moving on from Jamie Foxx, because
yes,
somebody crazy broke into Chris Brown's house.
Oh my God. I heard about that. What? I heard about that. I was like, oh my God, who's been sleeping in my bed? I thought about the Three Bears story.
Oh, I thought you were saying your bed was at Chris Brown's.
No, I'm talking about, I saw on Twitter, it was like he found her naked in the bed.
Yes, in his house, and she is now saying that she believes that she is his wife.
Oh God.
She's 21. Her name is Amir. I don't know how to say the rest of it. But she is 21 years old, and she is a singer. And she believes that Chris Brown is her husband, honey. She came in there and she threw the baby clothes away.
What?
Her little baby royalty, then burned them.
No. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
She threw away clothes?
She basically, the chick is crazy.
Oh.
I don't know though. I think he reacted great to it, because I would have just popped that thing. I'm from Texas. We don't play that. We don't play that. It's, like I said before, when Rihanna was up in Jimmy Kimmel's house, we have guns. We don't do that. Just come in my house. I would have never even, the authorities wouldn't have had to know, because I would have let that happen. But
I just want to know, as a fan, like, what's that line, that hair fracture line that goes off in your brain, that when that fantasy becomes a reality, and then you get on a plane and come someplace and invade someone's privacy? Like, I just fanatics. I don't get it.
You know what? I've never, and I'm a singer, and I've never ever wanted fans like that. Crazy people to break into my house.
Nah.
I had the chance to meet Loretta Devine, which is an actress that I really love, and she was extremely, extremely nice about me asking to take a picture with her, and I appreciated that, because I'm just like, that's the same way that I want to be, I want people to ask, let me take a picture, I'm gonna give you a picture, boom, boom, boom. But breaking in my house or scaring my children or something like that, I mean, it's going down basement.
Fame is crazy though. These days, it's crazy. A lot to endure.
It is. That is crazy. Well, that's all I got. What you got?
What I got O'Dane in the studio. I want to jump into him. We're going to jump into a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to O'Dane, who is a triple threat, honey. And I'm going to let him tell you all about him.
In so many ways I can please.
What?
My headphones were going bad. I'm sorry. I hope my hair looks cute. We're back, and we're back with O'Dane, the triple threat. And so he was actually on Modern Family the other night. I wonder if anybody's seen it. Without further ado, O'Dane. Say hello to the people.
Hi, how are you?
You're amazing.
Thank you.
Shock. That video though, seriously, the motivation behind that really fast.
Okay, so at the time I was going through a lot in my music career, and I had a song with a big major rapper, and things didn't really go too well with the promotion and the record label, etc. So me and my manager at the time were having a conversation about what our next move was going to be. He's like, if you really want to make it, you're just going to have to shock and awe them, because I was feeling suffocated. So this was like, I felt like someone was trying to put a pillow over my face and suffocate me. So this was me like saying, okay, if you want it, this is it. I'm just gonna give you everything, and this is, kind of, that was my motivation. That's, I wrote the song about that. Just kind of like this feeling of not desperation, but this feeling of you feel like you just have a lot to offer, and you don't necessarily know how to express it. So you just indulge in all these fantasies, and
Is that how you feel? Because being a designer, being an artist, I'm going to call you and refer to you as an artist because you do more than one thing. So I don't think it's fair to pigeonhole you. But is that hard to choose one thing? Like, have you ever?
No, I just kind of go with it. I mean, now when I meet people, they always say designer, because I took a year off from acting and doing music. Well, music more than a year, but for acting about a year. And then I was just focused on building my brand. So now people just refer to me as an actor. I mean, I'm sorry, as a designer. I say, oh, okay, cool. For me, I learned to not have validation from other people, whether it's good or bad. I just have to live my own truth, and what I'm working on, I have to stay focused on what I'm working on. Even if they're like, oh, you're so great, I just have to say thank you. If they're saying you're horrible, okay, thank you. You just have to live your own truth. That's what I learned, and it's helped me in my whole personal life and my career. Before, I used to not be that way though. Before, I used to be like, what if they don't say it? But that was the time when I was doing the Shock and Awe video, that I was feeling that way. Like, I needed validation from other people. So this was me saying, okay, have you guys ever seen this movie, Notes on the Scandal?
Yes, I did with Kate Blanchett.
That's one of my favorite movies.
Brilliant
There's a scene
movie
where Kate Blanchett is in what is her name? The older actress.
Judi Dench.
Judi Dench's apartment, because she's hiding out from all the press and paparazzi. And then she just runs up. She's like, you want me?
Yeah.
Here I am. So this was the video, going back to the video, this was me saying, oh, you want it? You want it? Here it is. There, I said it.
Okay, so
I'm gay.
artistically,
I said it. Here it is.
Ow.
You know what I mean? Like,
artistically, though, what went into the making? It was a lot of stuff.
It was
artistically
a lot of stuff,
going
and it
on
was
in
crazy
there.
because the director and I butted heads even on set. He said, "I don't want blood. Oh, that's just too much. That's just too much." He really. He's a great guy, and we still remain friends, but at that time, he was coming from a more conservative background, and the climate since I did that song has changed in the music industry and in the media in general, because at that time, you being an African American male, you weren't, people were scared, or you weren't able to, quote unquote, be as free.
Yeah.
Because we had to be men, and and blah, blah, blah. And I'm supposed to do a video with girls and thongs, and I'm supposed to be slapping some girl's butt or something like that. No, honestly, like at that time, that's what people were conditioned to see. And I was like, you know what do I have to lose? You know what I'm saying? You already tried to guide me to this place that I didn't want to go. So what do I have to lose? So all that stuff was in there because I fought for all that stuff to be in there. I was like, I'm going to just have a montage of all this craziness that's been in my head for a very long time. And this is my opportunity, because I have an opportunity. Not every, even though, it wasn't, the music video wasn't released on the label, not everybody gets to do a music video. So for me, it was an opportunity for me to really show who I was as an artist. And some people were going to accept it, and some people weren't. And I was completely fine with that.
Heard that. I was shocked and in awe the whole time, because that was wow. That was amazing. I mean, like I said, it was a lot going on, and snorting the diamonds, and Lord, I'm like, I wish I could snort some diamonds. Shoot. Why not?
I think that would hurt, but I actually wanted you're very articulate, and you said a few things that lets me know that you're a conscious person, and conditioning. Talk to me about that. Like, you said some key poignant things, like you fought for certain things. People are conditioned to see certain things, and you using this video to kind of roar. You know what I mean?
It's crazy because about a month ago, I was at this Out magazine fashion event, and I ran into this manager he's pretty big man. He's repped a lot of big people, and this was about 2-3 years ago. Him and I had a meeting, and he was like, I really like you. I see something in you, but I just don't see where to fit in the marketplace. You catch my drift? And we ran into each other about a month ago, and you guys were commenting on Empire.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh my gosh, to set up a meeting because and going back to your question, it's like, I've always been myself, but I always wasn't the O'Dane that I am now, because I always felt like maybe I wasn't good enough, or maybe I wasn't going to be accepted because of what society puts out there, that the way that people should be, and particularly African American men.
Yeah.
And he was right at that time. They weren't writing scripts for my type, or they weren't, I had to be the boy next door, or the guy who got the girl. You know what I mean? There was no, because they never really say like, oh, you're coming across too gay, or your voice is a little too, but you read between the lines eventually.
Absolutely.
And you're like, well, this is me.
Yeah.
This is my point of view as an artist. You catch my drift? So you're not able to put me in a box or whatever. If you don't like the painting, don't buy it.
Yeah. I agree with that.
You know what I mean? So now things have shifted, because at the end of the day, Hollywood is about dollar signs.
Perception
And if
and dollar
a person or a show or whatever the situation is making money, then everyone's like, oh, this is the mess. But I'm like, I've been doing this for a very long time.
I know exactly what you
know what I mean?
mean.
I'm like, finally, and I'm not one of those people where I'm competitive unhealthily. Like, I'm a very competitive person, but I believe that everyone can eat. I'm not
Absolutely.
like, well,
8 billion people on the planet, there's no need.
Of course. So I'm happy like shows like Empire have broke out, and the stars and stuff like that from the show, because now it gives opportunity to people like me.
Do you feel like you have a sense of like, this is my time? Because I know, as a person who could do multiple things, and then you constantly have people trying to shape and mold you into what the market needs or requires for the sake of money, do you finally have this innate feeling like, oh my gosh, it is the time? Because I know when you came in, we were talking about, I did this, and then when I was doing this opportunity came. So, and I said to you, it's your time, babe. Do you feel that?
I think it's just steps. It's just all like steps to me to where I want to go. I don't want to necessarily say this is my time, because I think every time was my time. I think that this is just experiences, and because life is about perception.
Yes.
And it's like, I have to look at it like, okay, I see other people thriving, but I'm still thriving too.
Absolutely.
It's all about, just because I'm not maybe the star of this big network show, or my brand is not in every mall across that doesn't mean that I'm not.
It's in the columns though. It's in the gossip columns from what I can see.
But I hear him though. I hear what he's saying.
I dig it.
love
You
that
know,
you're
it's
saying
like,
that.
I
feel
try
people
to
need
I try
hear
to
that.
keep
success, the definition of it.
Yeah, exactly. I try to keep, of course I have my diva moments.
I need to be amazing.
Right now.
Of course. But I try to really keep my head on my shoulders and a good outlook on life. That's what I always try to see the glass half full, not half empty.
Heard that.
So, yeah.
Heard that. Speaking of gossip columns, because you said nothing was off limits, so I wanted to ask. Okay, so if you guys don't know, because I am a Glee fan, so I saw an article.
You know what's funny? No, this is true story. I was telling my friend this. Last night was the same event. I've been blessed to be able to go to the Nylon Young Hollywood party for probably the past 4 or 5 years or something.
Okay.
Every year. So last night was a 2015 party. They had it at Hyde, and my friend came with me, and he lives in my building. So him and I were talking. We had lunch together, and he was like, "Why were you so weird about that photographer?" I was like, because every year, I don't know, but I had that experience. I had that
with Darren Criss.
With Darren Criss.
Oh wow! So how was that? I mean, did he hit you up like, "Hey"?
No, it was.
Or was this?
We were at the party, and we were having drinks. You know,
Okay.
when you're drinking, you're not as guarded. But you're at an event, so you're
Right,
not
of course.
necessarily guarded, or you're thinking people are going to take pictures. But we're just all having fun,
Right.
And then things kind of happen. And that's kind of the way it went down. But that was a big learning lesson, and I told my friend this today. I said that was a wake up call for me about Hollywood, because the aftermath after that was very interesting, to say the least. I'll just say
Now,
that.
is he gay, Darren Chris?
I don't know. You gotta ask him.
I figure you were here, so I wanted to ask you.
You know, but
I missed the
gay.
boat. I was like,
Let's talk about. Let's
when
talk.
did we transition from Glee to
Well, because he is a character on Glee.
His character
on Glee is gay. Yes.
I'm not trying to preach or be Oprah or Ayana fix my life, but the label gay. Okay, what does that mean? Because ultimately we're humans. I personally believe that sexuality is not gay or straight or black or white. Because some people you meet, and you're like, that person's cool, and I have this affection towards this person. I don't believe that you necessarily have to limit someone based on their gender.
Yeah,
I believe
absolutely.
that
I mean, you know.
So to answer the question is, yeah, you got to ask him.
Okay.
Ask him that.
There you go. That's all I wanted to know. You know, I figured I'd ask the question because I did
really
see the
cool
picture.
Guy. He's a cool person.
Yeah, he seems like he is. He's actually on Broadway right now.
Yes.
Yes.
Isn't he in Newsies or something?
He is in, Newsies, I think. He has the glitter on his face and everything with, what's that guy's name? God damn it. I don't know. Anyway,
he's very, very
but he
talented.
is on Broadway right now.
He's a very, very talented person.
He is. He's super talented, and his vocal ability is amazing.
Exactly.
Amazing. But, you know, I just wanted to put it out there. I figured I'd ask the question because I did see it. I also saw an article about you and Lindsay Lohan. So
I read that article, too, and
I love Lindsay.
Apparently you were gonna offer her some money to rock your life.
We were in negotiations for a while, and I wanted her to be the face of my brand, and I fought with her. I fought with my investors at the time, and the deal just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. She was just in a different place in her life, and I think that, you know, it just didn't work out. Like, she just was
By
in a
place, you
different
mean
place.
the drugs in the jail?
Well, I think that she was just
Elton, I love you. You're so I'm sitting over here like,
different place
is he
in her
gonna
life,
answer?
in her career.
I'm on the edge of the table like this, like, what's he gonna say?
But you're so funny.
Because I'm so not that
But I
girl,
do believe
but I'm
that
curious.
I can honestly, I still root for her, and I
Okay.
still would love to work with her, and I'll tell you why. Because even though I don't necessarily think, I never had a substance problem,
Okay.
but I've had parents who have, and I know that I can relate to her in a lot of ways. I can
Right.
relate to anybody who's been through stuff and who's had to come out of that. And a lot of times they had to do it by themselves. And even though she's Lindsay Lohan and she's, you know, multi-millionaire, etc., in a lot of ways she's had to figure it out on her own.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you're figuring out things on your own in Hollywood, that's
Honey.
not. I tell people all the time, LA is not the place to find who you are.
I think though,
if you don't
just
know who
in
you are, you need to
general,
leave. and
Anybody
come
growing
back.
I
up.
have to agree and disagree. When I came to LA, I was 21 years old, and I had an idea of who I was, but I knew who I didn't want to be after I started to become someone that I wasn't.
But it's
And so
hard to
I
get
learned
out of
myself.
that.
I
That's
learned
true.
myself.
That's true.
in LA.
But there's a lot of temptation.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
a lot of
Oh, yes, there is a lot of
distractions
temptation.
here.
Oh, honey,
And
I fell, I bumped my head, bruises, got the surgery scars to prove it. But what I am saying is, I feel like sometimes you have to be taken out of your comfort zone to become
yeah.
who you're supposed
well,
to become.
that's why she's not living here currently.
Oh,
it's because I feel
I
like
didn't
she
know that.
had those experiences, and she's like, okay,
I'm over it.
now I see who I don't want to be.
Right. Yeah.
So now I need to take myself out of the scenario
Yes.
and really live in the truth of the person that I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
You
I was
know,
gonna
but
say-
if she didn't experience those things, you know, who knows?
She grew up fast, and she
That's
grew
what I'm
up
saying.
she grew up fast, and she grew up in front of the cameras, which definitely makes a difference. I think in general though, anybody growing up fast, you know, like I grew up in foster care before I was adopted, you know what I'm saying? And my mom had a substance abuse problem, God rest her soul. And so I understand what it is, you know, to be at that level, but I think that you're Lindsay Lohan, you know, like you
But you gotta understand that when you're at that level, you have
no, go ahead.
When you're at that level.
when you're at that level, you have every publicist, every promoter bringing you here, come there. And even though you're Lindsay Lohan, sometimes you don't feel like Lindsay Lohan.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You catch my drift?
I
Because
get you.
she's like us. She has parent, you know,
Of course,
she's
yeah.
like everybody else. So she has parents, you know, that are extremely dysfunctional.
Oh,
She
yeah.
has to process that. Just to process the industry. She has to deal with a lot at one time. So for me, like you know, not to like shout out, but the whole concept behind Oh Dangerous, my brand,
Yes,
is
thank you.
creating your reality and finding your truth. It's
Right.
about being the phoenix, rising from the ashes. So that's why I really wanted her, and I still to this day want to work with her because
Okay.
she's the epitome of what
Yeah.
my brand stands
Well,
for.
I like Lindsay. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Lindsay
I
hater.
like Lindsay, but I really want to put the attention back on O'Dane because O'Dane, you're very spectacular. I'm listening to the way you speak. I'm listening to what you're saying, and I feel like you're one of those gems that people are gonna see you, Phoenix, rising because you're shining. You're shining. Have you found your truth? Are you living in your
I'm
truth
living
as
in my
an
truth,
artist,
but
as a
every day
person,
it's
whatever
a
that looks
struggle.
like?
Literally, like a few days ago, I was walking to the 99-cent store to buy cleaning supplies. I still shop at the
Oh, yeah.
I really was.
I was just
And I was
there
feeling-
today.
I was feeling
You talking
bad
to
for
I'm
myself.
telling you, don't put that
I
trick
was
on the
No,
air.
no, no, I said you talking to your
I was totally feeling so down and bad for myself because, like, you know, like with my brand, I'm basically, it's still going to be called Oh Dangerous, but I'm rebranding my whole company. You know, last year was like a crazy year. So it's like I'm still picking up the pieces from 2014. And I'm feeling down for myself, whatever. And then my friend sends me a text like, why am I watching you on TV right now? I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. I'm with Dave Watson. But that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes you don't feel like yourself.
Right.
But so to answer your question, every day is a new day. Like, you know what I mean? Like I have my highs, I have my lows, but I always remind myself like you're here for a reason. You know what I mean? And this is your journey. You got to enjoy the journey. You can't always look at the destination. You got to say, okay, this is the path that I'm taking to get to where I need to go.
So what would you say to aspiring artists, whether they be designers, actors, singers, songwriters? What would you say to them?
I would say, and this is gonna sound cliche, you can't give up and don't look for validation, whether it's good or bad, from other people, because that is what drives, especially like you see all these celebrities going crazy. That's what drives them crazy because they're constantly looking for something from someone else instead of being like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable in my own skin. Whether I'm selling millions of records or whether I booked a movie or whether I'm fucking a waiter.
Yeah.
Hello.
You are comfortable
Shout out to
in
the
your
waiters.
in your own skin, and that's
Right.
very, very important. Especially, I'm not LA bashing because I love LA. I mean, I'm here, I'm living here, but especially in this type of town, you can't do it because it's just, you know.
I feel you. So what would you want the world to know about you? What is the biggest misconception of you as an artist? What would you want them?
That I'm not a bottom. I'm just joking. That's
Love you.
total joke.
I'm not gonna play with you all day.
I'm fucking around.
Oh, Dane Watson.
Oh my God.
Is that what you really want?
Oh my
them to
God.
know?
I'm
Don't do it.
joking. Don't do that. I know.
Ooh,
I have to,
girl.
like, delete his number.
do it.
Hey,
Oh, don't do
delete my phone number now. Right?
No, I know. Look, I'm not even finna play with you.
No. What do I want people to know? That I'm funny. I do, and I don't take myself seriously. I make fun of myself a lot of times.
Me too.
Yeah, you can't. You gotta enjoy
take it
life.
serious. You
You gotta
have
just
to.
have fun and just, you know.
I get it.
Right.
Well, how can we find you? How can we stay connected to you?
Okay, please follow us on Instagram and on Twitter at Oh Dangerous. Even though I'm gonna make my own personal, like that's part of the rebranding. Is I need to separate the brand from me. So right now everything is Oh Dangerous, Oh Dangerous, Oh Dangerous. But eventually I'm gonna have my own like vibe. But Oh Dangerous, it's all
Spell that out for us.
ODAINGEROUS.
Oh, dangerous.
Oh, dangerous.
Live
Thank
Oh Dangerously.
And I am. Live oh dangerously. No.
I like that. We need to. I know that could be like a new.
We're gonna get
tagline.
together.
Rebranding?
I feel the kindred in the room.
Yeah.
As a fellow human lover, I feel the kindred in the room. And so I'll say thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for
And up
having me. I had
next, we
fun.
have the lovely Courtney. And I just can't wait to introduce her. She's gorgeous, too. There's too many attractive people. He's attractive. She's attractive. I need to go home. Stay
Ain't
tuned,
nothing wrong
guys.
with
Honey.
attractive people.
I love beautiful people.
I got this club in Dallas we need to hit next Friday. Minimal security with the baddest chicks. I'm telling you, we can get twice the money we got in Houston.
Mommy, what's wrong?
This is where you belong.
Well, I appreciate your civility in this matter.
You can't ever leave me, ever.
Because I love you. This next guest, Elton, why don't you introduce her? Because I'm getting a little gushy over here.
What?
She's
Okay.
cute.
Yeah. She is gorgeous, but she is happily married.
I like married women.
Married with children.
Not like that. No, wait.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Did I
gosh.
not? Did not?
No,
Oh.
I don't like married women in the sense that if you're married, I'm going to try to steal you
I
from your
didn't take it
husband.
like that.
But I'm saying I like women
I'm
that are
telling.
married because they're mature and they have a different mindset. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
The nasty people in the room.
Ooh, nasty.
Wrong.
All I'm saying is, no, I'm just
See
playing.
how
Anyway.
I whip my hair? I whip my hair at you like
That's
this.
whatever.
Okay.
No, okay.
So this lovely lady right here is Courtney Camaro, everybody, and she has done everything from reality TV to singing. She was a dancer as well, and she is also in her film Because I Love You, starring herself, as well as
Chico Bennyman.
Chico Bennyman,
Yes.
who was on Half and Half.
Half and Half,
I love that show.
yeah.
Yes, and your husband is on alongside of you actually
He
as
was.
like, but he was
we actually met on that set.
Oh, really? But y'all didn't get along in the movie now.
We didn't. We didn't
Oh,
get along
no.
in real life either.
Oh no! Well, see that I didn't know. Do tell. Shut your mouth and keep on talking.
Hey.
Well, no, we want to keep it positive. We don't
Okay.
never have problems.
Okay.
Yeah, it was no problems. I just,
Oh, okay.
He was being Billy and
Yeah.
being hey, and I was just like, okay, all right, you're the funny guy. All right.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Because I Love You, because this film was crazy from beginning to end. I mean, you're a dancer, an exotic dancer in the film,
Right.
first of all, which
Right.
is, I mean, hey, I love strippers, so I was like, yes, as soon as I saw it. So tell me a little bit about it.
You know what's funny? The producer, he came to me and he was like, okay, in this role, you're going to have to be a exotic dancer. Are you comfortable with that? And I was like, sure. Like, I dance professionally.
Right.
I was like, so just be a little less clothing. So, we got that. And it was so funny because I had to actually, like, go and, like, study.
Study. Wait a minute.
Study how to be a stripper?
You just had to go to the
I had to do a lot of studying
Yeah.
for my character. For
That
my
is
role,
work. It's work.
It was work. I had to watch, and then that pole is no joke. Like,
Oh, honey.
that's a real workout.
What's the craziest thing? Did you ask strippers, like, hey, what can I do to make?
I did.
And what was the craziest thing that they said to you?
I actually shout out to Just Brittany in Houston. I asked her.
Love her.
And she's like, girl, just move slow and just be. And I was like, okay, that sounds easy, but with like 10 people just sitting with, in a room, like staring at you like this.
Right.
It's not music. It's not like, oh, hey. It's a camera and a bunch of people like,
So they didn't play any music while you was.
no.
Oh.
No.
But you know what though? You played it off well because it
Thank
didn't.
you.
It was good. I was like, yes, okay, come on now.
Your body is ridiculous. In the video, I was like, Dude, her abs though, like seriously.
Oh yes.
Thank
You are
you.
also a model as well, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so tell us a little bit about modeling. How has that been for you? Where are you from, first of all?
Well, see, I started, born and raised in Minnesota, Minneapolis, Twin
Ooh,
Cities.
Prince.
Okay. And then I moved to Jacksonville when I was like a teenager.
Okay.
So shout out to Duval. And that's
Yes.
where I kind of started, like I modeled as a child in Minnesota, but I really started modeling in Jacksonville and going back and forth to Miami and I started, my first video was Chris Brown and T-Pain Kiss Kiss video.
Oh, okay.
So I did that. And then after that, I just kind of, started
Yes,
working.
that was a good video.
And yeah, it's been good. You just have to be in the right place.
The right place
and
at the right time.
Be professional.
By that you
Because
mean?
when you're on set, you do your
Okay.
job.
Okay.
You're not because so many girls, like especially some of the girls who live in the big cities already, they live there their whole lives. They're like, okay, this is the makeup person. Okay, you're whoever, whatever. Just do, and they're so nasty.
Right.
So when you're on set, you have to, thank you goes
Right.
a long way.
Absolutely.
Right.
Be professional. You're on, set with celebrities. Okay, there's Chris Brown right there, or there's Birdman, or
Right.
Lil Wayne, or whoever. I'm not here to like go, hey, what's up? How you doing? We're working. It's
Right.
a job.
Of course.
So, be professional, and people are watching, because
Right,
that's how
right.
I booked like 3 more jobs after that, because the casting director heard from whoever was on set. I didn't know this, but it wasn't until I went to an audition,
Okay.
and she was like, oh yeah, I remember you.
So-
And she said, oh, that's such and such. And they looked at each other like, yeah. And I was booked immediately. 'cause
Wow.
I was professional on set. I did my job, went home, I was good.
Right.
So, yeah.
Did you always know you wanted to be in the arts?
Yes. Yes and no. Because I knew, but of course, my family, they're very, more conservative.
Right.
And so I knew what I wanted to do deep down. And so it took me a while to actually be comfortable with that and be like, okay, this is what I want to do. I don't, this is not the route I want to go. I want to be on TV. I want to be in front of the camera.
So what did you start off doing? Because I saw that you DJ.
Yeah.
Are you bilingual?
Yeah.
On a bilingual hip hop reggaeton?
Sí. 105.9. Yeah.
Oh, my
look,
Lord.
hey, my
I
first
think I just fell. Okay, so you sure you're married and you're happily married? No, I'm just kidding.
my
Yes.
first radio job.
Just kidding, not just kidding. Not
It's
just kidding.
so funny. Like my first manager, Lovey Hunter. I met him in Jacksonville.
Okay.
And he's like, "Do you want to do radio?" And I was like, "Sure," because at the time, I still was doing my music and stuff. He's like, "But do you want to do radio?" I was like,
Right.
"Of course." Can you speak Spanish? Yeah, I grew up speaking Spanish actually. So he
In Minnesota?
yeah, I went to a Spanish immersion. I know, it's so random.
Okay.
I went to a Spanish immersion where you don't learn English in school until maybe 4th, 5th grade.
Oh my.
And so he introduced me to the director, and of course he was like, okay, I don't want them to really know that you're not Spanish, because at this, I have naturally curly hair.
Uh-huh.
He was like, you gotta
You could be Dominican.
Give it.
You could be Dominican.
Yeah.
so I came in there, and the guy was like, like just talking to me in Spanish, and he was talking so fast I kind of didn't understand him. So I was just like, oh, see. And I just said, little things, and he was like, oh yeah. He's like, you got the job. And I was like, so till this day, they think I'm like Dominican. They thought I was Dominican.
There is nothing wrong with that. Okay.
Gave me my own radio show.
I ain't mad at it.
I had my own
One of
show.
You know who else is Dominican that's actually black?
Who?
Azealia Banks.
She said really. She said
No, she not Dominican for
Okay,
real,
I
y'all.
was like,
Y'all
wait.
know she be talking
She
like she
said
Dominican, but she not
She be
Dominican.
she had the New York Rican.
Yes.
I lived like a bunch of
She's like, I'm just
like,
she was giving all that nastiness.
yeah,
I was like, okay, girl.
I live around
But-
the weekends. Yeah.
So besides the movie and besides modeling, you also do reality TV. Or you've done reality TV.
I did.
Okay, how was that? Because I watched that one.
It was fun.
I bet it was.
Wait, she said it was fun. Like,
Okay,
make sure
so-
I'm saying the right thing. It was fun.
So please let everybody
That's the
know
politically correct
what
answer.
you were on and who you
Oh.
are. Because my little sister loves you, by the way.
Oh,
So yeah.
shout out to your little sister.
Thank you.
Hey. So I was on For the Love of Ray J season 2.
For the what?
There was more than one season.
I was trying to say that fast on purpose.
I know you was.
So moving right along, and then what happened was on the set.
I was on For the Love of Ray J.
Okay.
Season 2.
Heard.
And it was a great experience. I had fun.
Okay.
I got kicked off because I wouldn't kiss him.
Good.
Ow!
Good. She's not a bad girl.
But it's reality TV, though.
I'm not putting my mouth on anybody.
Why you say it like that?
Because I feel like, I mean, I wouldn't just be pulling out all my goodies and things, but a little kiss. It's not true that you get pregnant if you kiss.
No, as a woman, kissing is more intimate. So if I put my mouth on your mouth and my tongue's going in your mouth, that's an intimacy. We're swapping spit. I can't just put my tongue in anybody's mouth.
And
I didn't say tongue. I just said kiss.
I had people who were watching, and I didn't want to put shame on them.
Right.
So I was like, okay, I'm on this show. It's crazy enough as it is that I'm on here. So let me just not be act a fool.
How was the selection process? What was the selection process for
crazy? That? You actually have to go through 5 auditions to even get to top, the 20.
Wow.
Are you serious?
I want to know about that. Talk more about that.
It's funny because I went on, I was bored. I had a 9 to 5. I was good. I had a 9 to 5, bachelorette pad. I was good.
I know, that's right.
I got bored one day, and I went on VH1.com, and they were holding auditions for Ray J, and I was like, oh, this will be funny. Let me just put my photo on here. And as I was leaving work, I got a call from one of the VH1 execs, and she's like, hi, we saw your photo, we saw this, and I'm like, you guys actually checked the website? This is real? Oh my God. And so I went through over the phone interview. They wanted to have a second one, did that, passed it. Then they said, okay, we want to fly you to LA, because I was living in Florida. Flew me to LA, did a in-person interview. Then they want to see how you look on camera. Okay, we're going to talk to you and ask you a bunch of questions. How do you look, with the green screen behind you? I guess I passed that, because the next day we got dressed and we were shipped off in SUVs to the mansion. So,
wow.
Yeah.
That is, that's extremely crazy. I mean, how is Ray J? Because let me tell you, I have served Ray J before at the restaurant, and he is not a good tipper. Let's just be honest.
Oh my God.
So how was he on the show? Because, I mean, anybody that's not a good tipper can't be that good.
Oh my goodness. You know what's funny? Ray J is he's just high all the time. He smokes all day.
What?
He's high all the time.
That's not a surprise, honey. He's
I mean, if you're in LA, it's legal.
Yeah.
But so he would be in the house. He wouldn't sleep there, but he would be in the house, and he would be rolling up off camera, doing different things. So I was like, okay, he's really laid back. And now I know why.
He's really laid back.
Now, when he did all the other stuff, the crazy stuff he does now, he must be on, I don't know what he's on now.
He's on some other type of stuff. He's on some I speed through the parking lot, a busy parking lot.
6 Rolls Royces. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
doing the most. This
doing
with that face right there.
Yeah, the Love and Hip Hop Ray J.
Yeah,
I don't know
you know what? I actually didn't even find out that he was on Love and Hip Hop until, he came into the restaurant and they all came in there together, and I was like, what is this about? But okay, so after being on there, you landed on XXL Magazine's top 50 hottest reality.
I did.
Oh my Lord. And that's when you had the leopard on, or when you were doing and you were like, hey.
They might have saw that photo shoot, but
that was a good photo shoot.
Yeah.
That was okay.
That was
so
right after I got off the show.
So after that experience, how did your life change?
You know what? It's crazy because I didn't realize how people watch it.
Oh yeah.
And I lived off bookings, just appearances for at least 2 years after that. Awesome. I was booked every weekend.
And all you did was went to the clubs?
You show up.
Okay.
Sit in VIP, take pictures.
Drink.
What bottle do you want, Miss Jaguar?
Really?
I want Patron. I want Grey Goose. I want that. Yes. And it was fun.
But did you feel objectified, though? I mean, do those shows make you feel objectified?
Yeah, and it's crazy because so many people have an opinion about you after that. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't realize that people really take reality TV so seriously.
Absolutely.
They do.
And whatever you do, they have an opinion about you. You don't know me personally.
Right,
you
of
don't
course.
know what I do on a daily basis. But, you know, and if people would write me messages. People would write me, you know, it was good and bad. And I would get really like page-long messages from people who are like, "Oh, you inspire me."
Oh, okay, good.
But then I would see, you know, I was on a blog, and it was a picture, and people were like, "Oh my God," you know, the flack, and I had to log off, and now I'm like, "Oh, this is why celebrities don't go on the internet."
Right.
Because I was in the room like, "Oh my God," like
Right.
people have an opinion.
Yeah.
And so, especially when you're on a love show like that, and it's just one guy and a bunch of girls, and you're like, really? Like, how, you know? And so
what do you have coming up now that we can look forward to?
yeah, well, you know, I've been working in front of the scenes, but also behind the scenes.
Okay.
So I've been doing Rap Pages TV. They've been out for a really long time. They're kind of resurging and doing their own thing. Tanya Duche, she is with Rap Pages, and we had a show. It's kind of like TRL style, interview style. People have performances, so I'm one of the hosts on there.
Okay.
So we're still progressing in that, and also I've been writing because I just had a little beautiful baby girl.
Now you have my complete attention because everybody knows I'm just dying to get pregnant one day.
Yeah.
I don't want to get
from now.
pregnant.
Yeah, make sure you
I'm
plan,
okay with
girl,
not
'cause-
getting pregnant at all.
One day, 2 years
Yes,
from now.
yeah.
Now accepting baby daddies.
Okay, as long as you have a plan, because woo.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have a baby girl, and so I kind of took a little hiatus. But while I was at home, I was like, okay, what can I do? Because I can't be in front of the camera with this big old belly. Even though Billy did cast me one of his little stupid videos.
You know what? I saw that. I was just about to bring that up because I'm like, no, I saw you pregnant in
I was
Peach's video.
6 months pregnant. 6 months pregnant. And the concept was, we need a baby mama who's pregnant, who's mad at the baby daddy. And I'm like, okay.
Lord.
So of course that's my husband. I was like, I'm down for it, whatever.
Heard that.
But yeah, so I was like at home, and I was writing my just basically my life experience of coming to California, coming to Hollywood, trying to make it, and I realized this is gold, like.
Right.
Because we piled up in the car, me, Billy, before we actually were dating or anything. Me, Billy, and 3 other guys.
Oh, I
packed
know.
in my
Yeah, I know.
packed in my Grand
Like, I know.
Prix.
Love it.
Drove to California, stayed in a 1-bedroom apartment because we were all like, look, it's now or never.
It's now or never. I know that's right.
So from there, it was so much material. I was like, I need to write this down, and I pitched it. And I don't like talking about things before they happen, but it's going good.
Well, how about
Is it a
this?
book or a movie?
It's going to be a TV show.
TV show, even better. That's
Comedy. Because I wanted something, because Empire's doing good. We have 2 strong black female leads. We have Scandal. We have How to
Get Away with Murder.
Yeah. But we don't have like a Fresh Prince or a Martin.
Okay.
Or a Living. We don't have any kind of.
I feel like we
black
getting
comedy,
a
sitcom
Courtney
of some
can't.
sort.
I feel like we getting an exclusive right now.
You kind of are.
Are you giving me an exclusive?
You kind of are.
Are
'Cause
we
like,
getting
we
an
gotta let her
exclusive?
finish.
I know.
I want to know.
I haven't. I had this idea because we don't have that in TV, and we don't have a strong black cast. Of course, no shade to
Comedic
Tyler
cast.
Perry.
We'll just say strong.
Tyler Perry's doing his
comedic
thing,
cast.
but we don't have something that's on a major network who you can come home, watch TV with your family,
Right.
enjoy it together,
Right.
and like.
Well,
we
what
did.
about Blackish? I mean, I know it's not Fresh Prince-ish.
It's still,
but
it's still kind of
older demographic.
It's an older demographic. It's family. It's mom and dad. This is more 20-somethings.
Okay.
Doing their thing, living in Hollywood, trying to make it.
And it's not gonna be cheesy or teeny bobby.
No.
Okay.
Because
I want the real.
I know.
This is not going to Nickelodeon.
Okay.
Well, I mean, hey, if Nickelodeon wants to get.
I was gonna say, don't be mad at that Disney money because it's family.
Disney,
is where it's at.
Nickelodeon, hey, you know what? Let me retract that statement.
So,
But no, I want it to be something you can watch that we can enjoy too.
Right.
And
so where can we find out more information about you, about your brand, the Courtney brand? Because I saw an interview that you were wearing a dress that you made, actually. So where can we find out all that information? That red dress? Yes, because I love you.
I did. I made my premiere dress. But no, I had a website. I'm revamping it. It's CourtneyCamero.com.
Okay.
But you can always reach me Instagram at Courtney Camero, CourtneyCamero, not the way the car is spelled. And then Twitter's the same, Courtney Camero. And Facebook, it's all the same. So I'm always on there checking out. I respond to people. Some people, they get messages and replies from people, and they're just like, okay, whatever. But I respond and I talk. I love interacting with everybody.
And people appreciate that. They appreciate that, and they follow you. And we appreciate having you, here on Cameo TV. Thank you for making your cameo, honey.
I'm tired, honestly. This woman's a triple threat. She's a wife, she's a mother, and now and a businesswoman.
Yes.
Not like that.
And that's the thing, you can do it all. Some people think like once you're a wife or you have a kid, your life is over. You don't like. I was watching the Kardashians, and I don't like to quote the Kardashians a lot, just but
Bible.
Kim said a lot.
Bible.
But Kim said something that resonated so much with me. She's like, if you have a kid, you don't shrivel up and die.
Right.
So still, you can still chase your dreams. You can still be a businesswoman. You can still pursue whatever you want to.
She got that from me because I had said that.
Did you?
I did. Because I had like 3 kids and I still ain't shriveled up yet.
Or died.
But thank you so much again, Courtney, for coming on Cameo TV, and we really appreciate it. Tanisha,
we're gonna go to our sponsors before we kick this thing off and say goodnight, because I have sleeping to do. That's right. She old, she tired, and I'm in the middle of a really good book that I want to finish.
And you not old.
I'm 33.
32.
That is not old. That's young.
That's you 32.
I'll be 33 in 2 months.
I mean, me too. We got the same birthday. Hello.
33 in 2 months, damn it. You 33. But let's go to our sponsors to thank people one more time. And I want to thank both of our guests, O'Dane and Courtney Camero, for joining us.
Are you a diabetic? Need some energy? Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Need to quench your thirst? Try Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, the only energy drink named suitable for diabetics by the American Diabetic Association. And it's now available with no calories, no carbs, no sugar, and no fat, and a smooth, natural blend of energy, vitamins, and minerals. Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink is the healthiest, best-tasting energy drink around. For more information and online ordering with free shipping, please visit hiphopbev.com. Remember, Pitbull Sugar-Free Energy Drink, suitable for diabetics, great for everyone.
Great for everyone. Good thing I'm not a diabetic.
Is. I know, but it's still tasty.
Yes. So thank you, everyone, for continuing to join us Friday nights at 7:30 p.m. on rmconair.com, Cameo TV, spelled CAMEO TV _. We'd love for you to follow, comment, and just let us know how you're feeling the show. Once again, a very, very special thank you to my bestie, Elton, for co-hosting with me this week, and our guests.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so happy to be co-hosting in the absence of the other host.
I miss you, Jay and Angelique.
We miss you, Jay and Angelique, and thank you for letting me sit in the big old seat. You can follow me on Instagram at LTHarris12. That's LTHarris12. Or on Twitter at CrazySexyDope. I always tweet back. So hit me up.
All right, guys. Have a beautiful week.